This is Hyde, a small town just east of Manchester, the kind of place where the doctor still knows your name. For more than 20 years, the doctor here was a man named Harold Shipman. His patients adored him. He made house calls. He had time for the old and the lonely. He would sit and listen. He was, everyone agreed, the kind one. Over those years, in their own front rooms, in the middle of the afternoon, he killed at least 215 of them. At least 215, the figure the public inquiry could prove. Its best estimate of the true number was nearer 250. He was only ever convicted of 15. His method barely changed. An injection of diamorphine, heroin, usually an elderly woman, usually living alone. It looked like sleep. It looked like a tired old heart that had simply stopped. And then he would stay. He would comfort the family. He would sign the certificate himself, and he would suggest, gently, that cremation might be kindest. Every death left paper. A certificate in his handwriting. A cremation form. A line added to a medical file he sometimes quietly changed. To each family it was one loss. Natural, expected, a doctor doing his job. But the paper doesn't grieve, and it doesn't forget. Read one certificate, and you see a sad, ordinary death. Read all of them at once, something no single family ever could, and you see a doctor whose patients died at a rate that has no other explanation. None of that is what stopped him. In the summer of 1998, he killed a woman named Kathleen Grundy, and then he got greedy. He forged her will and left her money to himself. Her daughter was a lawyer. The signature was clumsy, the typing wrong. She went to the police. They exhumed her mother and found the diamorphine. Then they exhumed another and another. The kind doctor of Hyde became the most prolific murderer in British history. Not the deaths caught him. Not the records. A signature. And here is the part that stays with me. Someone had already seen it. Months before that last murder, another doctor in Hyde had noticed how many of Shipman's patients were dying. A local undertaker had noticed too. She raised the alarm. The investigation that followed was so badly handled that it found nothing. And in the months it missed him, he killed 3 more. There was a safeguard. Every cremation needed a second doctor to confirm the cause of death. Over the years, other doctors signed off on roughly 240 of Shipman's. They trusted him. That was the entire system. It was built to take a doctor's word. Harold Shipman hanged himself in a prison cell in 2004, the day before his birthday. He never admitted to a single death. The horror was never that a monster slipped into Hyde wearing a doctor's coat. It's that he was the coat. The most trusted man in town for 24 years was the most dangerous. To me, they are a list. 215 names, 215 afternoons. To Hyde, they were the mothers and grandmothers who trusted the doctor, right up to the end. The most trusted man in Hyde.